everyone, welcome back to Dr. Blessing platform on health issues. Today my focus is on antibiotic resistance. Antibiotics are drugs used to treat or prevent bacterial infections. Everyone, be it a child or an adult, we are all entitled to use antibiotics. But today, antibiotic resistance is of a public health threat globally. Many people are now resistant to antibiotic. There are so many infections or diseases that are now resistant to antibiotic. That is why today we have diseases like pneumonia, tuberculosis are all resistant to antibiotics. Now, what are the various causes of antibiotic resistance? Antibiotic resistance, what may cause antibiotic resistance may be like the overuse of antibiotic. When you keep on using antibiotic frequently, you don't even follow the advice of the doctor. A little headache, you go and purchase antibiotic. A little pain, you go and purchase antibiotic. You use the antibiotic frequently. The overuse of antibiotic, it brings about resistance of antibiotic to your body. Another cause of antibiotic resistance is the misuse of antibiotic. When we talk of misuse, you may not follow or you are not following the instruction of the doctor. The doctor may say every 6 hours at this time, make sure you consume your drug. Now you consume your drug at your own pace. You don't follow the actual time that the doctor must have told you to follow. You want to use your appropriate time or your own time to follow or to consume the drug. It brings about drug antibiotic resistance. Another cause of antibiotic resistance is the spontaneous resistance. When we talk of spontaneous resistance, we are talking of the bacterium. The genetic makeup of the bacterium changes. And when the bacteria change or the genetic makeup of the bacterium, the DNA of the bacterium change, the drug, the antibiotic may not be able to recognize that particular bacteria anymore because the bacteria has been transformed or the newly formed bacteria or the bacteria must have gotten a new shape. And since the antibiotic may not recognize that bacteria anymore, may fail to target the bacteria. It brings about antibiotic resistance. Another cause of antibiotic resistance is the transmitted resistance. When we talk of transmitted resistance, someone else might be suffering from drug or the bacteria antibiotic resistant infection, and which is very, very contagious. And the person, since it is very, very contagious, the person might transmit it to another person, and which if the person contract the antibiotic resistant bacteria from a particular person and now is found in that person, there is no antibiotic that will be able to treat the antibiotic resistant bacteria that is found in that person. It brings about antibiotic resistance. What are the various complications that may arise as a result of antibiotic resistance? When you have as an individual, when you have antibiotic resistance, it brings about death or prolonged illness. You may suffer for a particular illness for a very long time. Eventually, you may die. That is one of the complications of antibiotic resistance. It may also prolong your stay in the hospital. Something that may take 1 week or 3 days, you will end up spending a month in the hospital. So, another complication of antibiotic resistance, it makes you to spend a lot of money. It increases your hospital cost. While in the hospital, you are bound to be spending money on buying another drug or taking different drugs. So it increases your medical cost in the hospital. Another complication of antibiotic is that it makes you to it can paralyze your organs. It can bring about organ failure because since you are being resistant or your body or you are resistant, not you individually, there is antibiotic resistance in your body, there is no way that other drugs that a doctor might be prescribing will work, and it may eventually cause organ failure. While in the hospital, still prolong your stay in the hospital. Now that we know that antibiotic resistance is of public health threat globally, it's not only found in Africa, it's not only found in the Asian or the American. No, it's a global public health threat, and everyone is entitled to suffer from antibiotic resistance based on the way you do consume the antibiotic. How do we prevent antibiotic resistance? How can we eradicate antibiotic resistance? Antibiotic resistance might be prevented as a result that we should be able to follow the prescribed or the instruction from the doctor. If the doctor says this is the dose that you have to consume, please let us be able to follow that same dose to consume the drug. And secondly is that we should follow the doctor's prescription or the healthcare provider prescription. Follow the prescription. Don't take like the self prescription or auto prescription. Don't prescribe for yourself. Make sure you follow doctor's prescription. And another way that antibiotic resistance can be prevented is that we should be able to take the precise dose. If it is that it is 2 morning, 2 evening, or 1 morning, 1 tablet in the morning, or 1 tablet in the evening, please, we should not go and consume 2 tablets in the morning, 2 tablets in the evening. Meanwhile, we were supposed to take 1 tablet in the morning, 1 tablet in the evening. You know, we have so many individuals who are afraid to consume drugs. They're actually afraid. I don't know how to like swallow drug. This tablet cannot pass through my throat and so on. Please, the issue there is that once as the doctor has given you the prescription, he or she knows why he has given you the prescription. So do your possible best to make sure that you follow his instruction to take that drug correctly, to take it at the appropriate time. Because if you fail to follow the doctor prescription, you take it at your own time without even following what the doctor has asked you to do, it will bounce back to antibiotic resistance. So for antibiotic resistance to be prevented, we have to follow the doctor prescription. We have to take the appropriate dose. We have to follow the guidelines, because there are drugs that you follow guidelines, that there are leaflets that you can read. You follow guidelines based on what is written in the leaflet or the booklet. When we follow this instruction, we will be free from antibiotic resistance. And when you are free from antibiotic resistance, you will discover that the drug will be susceptible to the infection. That means the antibiotic will be able to treat the disease or the infection without any problem, and you will be free. Your system will become back to normal. Don't forget, if you are sick, you are already handicapped, because there are activities that you cannot perform. So please let us follow the doctor's prescription. Let us do away with all those things that make us, or all those things that will make us to develop resistance to antibiotics, and let us be antibiotic free in order to live a good and healthy life. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to follow my Facebook page and to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more health tips on Dr. Blessings on health issues. Bye bye.